Dear friends in St Vincent De Paul, on the 9th day of Novena, in honor of St Vincent De Paul, the founder of the Congregation of the Mission and co-founder of Daughters of Charity, let us pay heed to brief biography of St Vincent De Paul. St Vincent De Paul was born in a poor peasant family in France, in a small village called Pouy, on 24th April 1581. His parents were his father Jean De Paul and mother Bertrande de Moraz De Paul. He had 3 brothers and 2 sisters. He was the 3rd son of the family. From his biography, we hear that he was shrewd and intelligent since his childhood. So his parish priest liked him so much so that he was sent to seminary when he was only at the age of 15. And it was said that in order to pay the fees of Vincent, his father sold out only oxen they had as their source of living. He continued his studies, and at the age of 35, he was sent for higher studies to one of the big town in France called Dax. After all of his studies, at the age of 19, on 23rd September 1600, he was ordained as a priest. His ordination is also remarkable to hear, that he was ordained in the interior parish because it was against the regulations established by the Council of Trent, which required a minimum of 24 years of age for ordination. After ordination, his first appointment was as a parish priest of Tain, but the appointment was appealed in the court of Rome. Therefore, he resigned from the position and continued his studies. On 12th October 1604, he received his Bachelor of Theology from the University of Toulouse, and later he received a licentiate in canon law from the University of Paris. As we know, the motive of St. Vincent as a young priest was to accumulate wealth and support his family. In fact, we see that in 1605, Vincent sailed from Marseilles on his way back from Castres, where he had gone to sell property he had received as an inheritance from a wealthy patron in Toulouse. He was taken captive by Barbary pirates who took him to Tunis, South Africa. He was sold as a slave from one master to the other. The first master was a fisherman, but Vincent was unsuitable for this line of work due to seasickness, so he was sold again. The second master was a physician, alchemist, inventor. The master was fascinated by his interest, so he taught to Vincent how to prepare medicine. But unfortunately, the physician master died in his ripe age, so he was sold again to another master. The third master was a former priest, a Franciscan from Nice, named Guillaume Gautier. He has converted to Islam in order to gain freedom from slavery and was living in the mountains with 3 wives. His second wife once discovered Vincent while working, singing melodious hymn, and questioned him about Vincent's faith. Knowing about him, she informed to her husband, and then one day both Master and Vincent decided to escape back to France in 28th June 1607. So, Vincent spent his life as a slave from 1605 to 1607. The life of Vincent was totally transformed after the life as a slave for 3 years, and he decided to dedicate his life for service of the others. In 1612, he was appointed as parish priest to the church of Saint Madette in Clichy. But in less than a year of stay there in Clichy, he was called back by Beroulle to serve as a tutor to the de Gondi family in 1613 and chaplain of galley slaves in 1617. While being a tutor to the Gondi family and chaplain of galley slaves, once happened to visit a village called Folleville and hear confession of a dying patient who was considered to be righteous and was found making long general confession in the village of Folleville. This incident changed his heart and intention to become priest. Then, in the same year, in the year 1617, Vincent was appointed as parish priest in Châtillon, where we hear about a heart-touching story of serving a poor family. The incident is, once a poor family was suffering. On that, during the Holy Mass, during the homily, one of the parishioners told to Vincent about the situation of that family. Vincent focused his homily or sermon on the service or serving others. And after the Mass, there were lines of people to visit and support, help the people. But Vincent was worried those kind of service does not help longer to the needy. Therefore, he organized such a way that people receive daily help or support, also continue to help each other. Thus, Vincent began his service, especially serving the needy. So it is believed that it is in the year 1617, January 25th, congregation of the mission is born. But later in the year 1625, it was approved by the Pope. So, with a few members of young men, some of them priests, started a religious group called Congregation of the Mission. This group of priests mainly worked or dedicated their life for the service of the poor people of the country yard. Therefore, Vincent said, "Poor are our masters." And he also said, "Go to the poor, we will find God in them." And then Vincent started several hospitals, soup centers to help the needy. He established many groups like co-founded Daughters of Charity in the year 1633 and Confraternity of Charity, Foundlings for the Abandoned Babies. All of these above groups or organizations were meant for enhancing the life of the poor people. After tireless service of many years, Vincent was taken to the eternal abode on 27th September 1660. His body is placed in the Vincentians' mother house in France. So, on the 27th September, on his spiritual birthday, the whole universe celebrate his feast day and remember him for his service as Father of the poor and Patron of charitable works. He was beatified on 13th August 1729 by Pope Benedict XIII and canonized on 16th June 1737 by Pope Clement XII. Today, on the last day of our novena, or on the 9th day, let us specially ask St. Vincent's special intercession so that we may be able to imitate him in our words and actions. May St. Vincent intercede for us. Amen.